Good morning, my Real News Midday TV family. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning, and I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and a productive day. And in the news this morning, UWI lecturer claims victimization. The apparent standoff between a female University of the West Indies lecturer who filed a sexual harassment complaint against a high-ranking faculty member has toppled over into the classroom. The lecturer, who has been teaching and leading several major projects at the university for more than 15 years, complained about the public inappropriate comments and the sexual advances by the male senior official. The lecturer, who we have chosen not to name, alleges that since the initial report, she has been a victim of sabotage. She revealed that since the allegations were made public, she is also being demoted.
The interns are actually being affected. The other staff members who are doing research and teaching in the lab, so they're just selectively sabotaging anybody who is affiliated with me. So I suspect they'll just keep locking us out indefinitely. I have a permanent contract, and the contract promotion cycle would automatically lead to you being promoted by virtue of working here for more than 15 whenever years. They're actually trying to demote me, and I refuse to sign the contract, and the administration is actually weaponizing campus police and security to intimidate me to sign the contract. This new principal is pretending as if he can enact a new legislation where I have to sign this contract. No, the contract negotiation process can go on up to a year. The last contract negotiation went on for 9 months. So they're going to try to tell you that I did not sign my contract, so I don't have a contract. A whole lot of people still don't sign them contracts.
Meanwhile, several students and other staff members have been reportedly left at the mercy of the official and the other school administrators. The complainant also claimed that since last Friday, she, several students, and other staff members have been barred from entering a facility building.
We have a whole lot of videos of them telling students to get out, to leave, him interrogating me about my contract, which is a confidential HR matter, in the presence of the students. This has been escalated to the principal, the registrar. Last semester I taught for the entire semester, and the students were deregistered 1 week before the exam, and the paper was submitted. They're basically saying that I'm incompetent. A person with 5 degrees, 2 doctorates, I have 4 degrees from UWI.
She has not been able to teach since the start of the new semester in September. In a video seen by the news, a UWI campus security officer told a staff member who was accompanied by students that he was instructed not to allow her entry to the facility. In February, when the news first aired the story, campus registrar Dr. Donovan Stanbury said a disciplinary hearing would have been held that month. But the complainant told the news that the hearing is still outstanding, adding that there have been several postponements. She said the next date given is in 2025. Golding pulls ahead of Holness in favorability ratings. Leader of the opposition People's National Party, Mark Golding, is out in front in terms of favorability among Jamaicans. In the latest Don Anderson poll, the governing Jamaica Labour Party's leader, Prime Minister Andrew Holness, has lost the ground in his positive favorability ratings as the race for Gordon House picks up pace. Asked about their perception of the leaders of the two main political parties, 36% of respondents said they favored the PNP's Mark Golding. Prime Minister Holness has trailed behind with a 32.5% favorability rating. In previous polls, the PNP president had struggled to pass Mr. Holness. Coming off the high of the party's strong showing in the local government election in February, another Don Anderson poll in April saw Mr. Golding trailing at 37%, 3 points behind Mr. Holness at 40%. When compared with that poll, Mr. Golding's overall favorability, like the Prime Minister's, has dipped in the most recent survey. Political commentator Lloyd B. Smith believes that Mr. Golding's newfound favor is a result of a lack of public confidence in Prime Minister Andrew Holness.
I think this shift has come about because it's a question of one, likability. I think based on what has been happening on the political hustings in recent times, Mr. Holness has come across as being somewhat arrogant and is not sufficiently in tune with the Jamaican people in terms of their view of him, of a leader that is compassionate and caring.
Some 38.2% of the 1,012 people who participated in the survey say they had no opinion of the opposition leader, while 25.8% had a negative view. Prime Minister Holness has also racked up unfavorability gains, with a notable 39.9% of respondents saying they have an adverse opinion of Mr. Holness, a figure that outstrips his favorability score. Another 27.5% of respondents say they have no opinion about Mr. Holness. Mr. Smith believes the controversy surrounding the Prime Minister's financial affairs contributed to the shift.
The matter of the Integrity Commission issue would be playing out itself there as well, against the backdrop that many Jamaicans are in fact not feeling the prosperity binge that has been promised and that is being touted, but are suffering with the cost of living and what have you. And so because of this disconnect between Mr. Holness and many persons in the electorate, they have turned their eyes on the alternative, which is Mr. Golding. You know, I think that basically is it.
The respondents were also asked to rate the performance of both the leaders, an area where Mr. Golding also outranks Mr. Holness. Some 42% rated Mr. Golding's performance as average, compared to 17.2% who rated it as good, and 15.2% rated it very good. Another 14.7% said Mr. Golding's performance is very poor, while 10.9% believe it's poor. For Mr. Holness, however, 30.7% of the respondents rated his performance as average, 25.2% said it's very poor, 15.9% believe it is poor, 14.5% rated it good, and 13.8% said his performance is very good. The poll was conducted between September 27 and October 3 and has a margin of error of plus or minus 3% at the 95% confidence level. Mom beats son blind. Shocking allegation leaves a judge fuming. A corporate era man made a heart-wrenching revelation in the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court on Thursday. His 4-year-old son is now blind in one eye due to relentless beatings from the child's own mother. The jaw dropping allegations left the courtroom in stunned silence, and the case has now been referred to the Office of the Children's Advocate for urgent intervention. It was reported that on September 27, neighbors of the defendant, who will not be named to protect the child, were heard saying, "Murder! Help! You can't do now." The father made the checks and while bathing the child, noticed the swelling and bruising all over his body. Prosecutors contended that the child was beaten with a piece of board after he was seen pulling electrical wires from a wall by another relative. Images of the injuries that were sustained by the child were shared by the investigator. The mother was seen sitting in the police station. The court heard that the child was admitted to hospital for treatment. The mother is just sitting in the background, most unconcerned and unmoved. "Mother, what happened?" Senior Parish Judge Sanche Burrell probed. "I was sleeping and my stepfather came home and I saw the toddler pulling the wires from the wall. I beat him, Your Honor, because I have been getting complaints that he's doing things he's not supposed to do. He's climbing the stairs, Your Honor," the mother explained, pleading guilty to child abuse and assault occasioning actual bodily harm. "You brutalized their child? You brutalized their child for doing things that a child does? Which child didn't pull out wires? You are blaming the child as justification for your cruelty," Burrell said. The judge's fury then turned to the father after he shared that it was the second time the mother flogged the child. However, the first incident was not reported to the police. "Him actually blind, you know, Your Honor," the father shared. "You know you could be charged with child neglect. You need to know what is going on with your child. Fathers are supposed to be there every day, and you need to get over the fact that the mother is hurried and do your responsibility to take care of your child," Burrell said. The senior jurist referred the child and the father to the victim's support branch, and a social inquiry report was made for the mother. A fingerprint order was made for the mother, who is to be sentenced February 4, 2025. Guys, thanks for watching. Please join us this afternoon at 2 p.m. for another news update.